Oh Lord, are we starting? Is this thing on? Hello?
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Hey, that's pretty good.
Let me just...
Nut.
Let me just hit...
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt.
Just hit all these.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Even though I love this song, I'm gonna change it. It's very... It do be great, but it also do be loud. Hello. How is y'all? Is y'all good? I sure hope so. I'm doing good. Glad to be back streaming. I mean, it's a good sign that when I'm not streaming, I think about streaming. That's for sure. We're gonna be partying today. I'm gonna be doing ninja stuff. Arguably try-hard ninja stuff. It means that I am honor-bound to use all tools, all options available to me to try to help the party succeed the best that I can. There is just one exception. I am probably not going to use Shuriken because I am just out of their price range and availability right now. So I'm going to be using a Chakram instead to help build up throwing skill for such a time that I'll be able to get some Shuriken back. They're fucking crazy expensive though. The ones that are on my level. I think it's Manji Shuriken I'm up to now, which is like level 41. So we'll see when I'm going to be able to afford that because it's probably like 30k a stack. Pain. We'll lower the game volume by just a little bit. Alright, level sync 42 stuff today. Already got a white mage. Kami is very good peoples, so I just need to fill in the blanks by finding maybe like a mage or two extra. A dedicated tank so that I can be the puller if I can help it, and then some damage dealers in between, and then we do our normal thing of trying to pair everyone with a skill chain that makes sense and does good deeps or reasonable deeps. Gonna start members. If you in chat or anyone that joins thereafter happens to have something in the 40 range, I am not opposed at all and actually actively welcome people to party with me. I will do my best to make sure that your experience is good. You know, because it affects my experience too if your experience is good. I mean like a general experience, I don't mean like literally experience points. See, all 40. We'll do 41. For the camp that I have in mind, it's going to want to be like minimum 41. And we'll search. There do be a paladin there. Let's see if they have any kind of constraints, weird or otherwise. Hello, level sync 42. Party, do you need it? Western, type of desert, camp, PvD, probably beetles. We'll see if this paladin is going to bite. If the paladin does bite, then that means that I'm free to go all in on deeps and pull pretty freely. So we shall see what they say. I'm going to hold off on inviting anyone else until I see what their answer is. Because basically, if they don't want to party, or not interested in partying where I'm thinking of, then I'll probably have to be the tank. And that changes my thinking about who to invite and for what reason. But while I'm waiting for them to respond, there's some very exciting new developments. Okay, they do want to party. All right, I'll tell you about the developments once I get the party together and everyone's en route. All right. Hello, welcome. Okay, so now, what weapon you using, Gawkin? Anything is fine, just thinking of SEs. Because if he uses sword or club, it might change our... Like, I want to know if I should factor him into the skill chain at all. If he's using club, then there's a not small chance he's going to want to be using it to get MP back. Hello, Ruffles. How are you doing? Here, I'm going to play your sound.
Ja pierdolę, jakie bydle! Bober!
So White Mage and Paladin, we shouldn't really need sub heal if I'm going to be off tanking for him. So let's see if this Paladin is one. Actually, not Paladin, Bard. Level sync. 42 party. Do you need it? Western Desert. Camp, TBD, Beatles, probably. We'll see if this Bard wants to join me again. I did party with them yesterday. They didn't seem like they had a bad time. Typically my parties are pretty good. I am biased in my saying so, but on average they're pretty good. Last night's party was rough. Well, rougher. It was fine. Nobody actually died. Until like the extreme very end, and then arguably that was the Black Mage's fault. Lamau. Nope, different one. I'm probably never gonna go back to that camp if I can at all help it. Goblins were rough. It's gonna hello again night. It's gonna be in Western Alta Desert this time. Other zone. Let's grab this fast token Black Mage. Level sync 42 party. Do you need it? Western Altepa Desert. Camp TBD. Camp TBD, Beatles, probably. Yeah, I'm doing fine. You know, I've got my generic store brand apple cider. I made a number of new additions to the stream that I'm probably more excited about than I reasonably should be. If you look at your channel point section, you should see about 10 different sounds you can trigger at will if you have the channel points for it. I might set it from 777, which is kind of like a meme in terms of cost, down to 500, which would be more reasonable. That's about like an hour and a half of watching. But you should be able to trigger sounds at will. A number of them are ones that you're probably going to recognize right off. It's probably going to be... Camp is probably going to be at Revelation Rock, northwest corner of H8, but haven't scouted yet. Alright. Person says, I'm going to check something in Bastock. We'll warp back quickly if party is formed. I don't know what that means. But sure, if they want to join back up afterward. Who am I to say that they can't? They can't live their lives in this virtual space the way that they so desire. Okay. Many looking, many AFK. All 41, 52. So I'm looking within a 41, 52 space. No Beatles. Any spot around that area should work. It's gonna be primarily Beatles. I want to avoid the Cactuar. You know what, fuck it. Let me see if this Beastmaster wants in, because Beastmasters are hilariously strong. People definitely underrate them. Do you need it? Beatles, probably. Camp TBD. I want a Black Mage if I can help it, so they can easily magic burst off of stuff. How are you doing, Ruffles? Are you doing good? Alright, so we have secured ourselves a Beastmaster. Huzzah! Let me see what my constitution is like. Paladin, White Mage, Bard, Ninja, so we need the deeps. So I need one more DPS person. 41, to invite. Go ahead and bury Pog. 1,000 Pogs upon your house.
Senpai! Rar, X3, what's this? Oh, whoa.
Maybe I just all in on the Beastmasters. No, they want a Beast Burn. Huggers. Let me see if low level sync 41 party. Do you need it? Western Altepa Desert. Camp TV Proud Beatles. I do very much want a Black Mage. Black Mages have been very nice. Please, applause.
Meow.
I am ready to though to just start like sending out it's like invites to anyone that responds, because like what setting up a party is fun. Waiting through the 8 million people that just have Final Fantasy XI running in the background and just don't have their volume on blast to hear the party tell or the tell invite, fuck, the tell sound to know that they've been invited. 41 to inv. It's nauseating, man. Like you flag up, you could be missing out on some good parties if you're not like at your desk or whatever your preference. Level sync 41 42 party. Do you need it? Western Altepa Desert. Camp DVD, probably Beatles.
Macaroni with the
Chicken strips?
A hunter must hunt.
I beseech, I beg all of you looking for party to pay attention to your computer. What? I think they meant to say I'm done. Done with what? Partying? Oh, I'm in. Oh, down. That's what you're saying. Okay, so we have Black Mage. We're gonna do our thing. Should be able to see this. Yeah, you can't see this. Okay, so let's assume Ninja, Paladin. I don't remember what that Paladin said. What did they say? They were using club. They want to use sword. Really depends on how party goes. I've been able to use sword and some parties had to switch back to club for Starlight. Okay, so we're just... I'm not even going to factor that person in. I'm just going to let them do whatever tickles their fancy. So Blade, Ren, Avalanche, Axe, which makes ice and water. One of which I'm pretty sure beetles are weak to. Ice, I think. Okay. I'll group next to Kami and once together I'm good to utility it out. So we are gonna make a on the way to you, Kami. Apparently I'm right next to you. Let me pay until Tilly. He's OPing over here and then telling with us. Don't tell you yet. Don't. Okay. Okay, so if I'm gonna be... I'm assuming that he's using an axe. I mean, Beastmasters can use size, but just to be sure, are you using an axe? Anything is fine, just thinking of SCs. Avalanche Axe is very strong, so it's totally fine if he ends on that. I'm going to swap out one of my pre-printed skills on my hotbar with Rin, so I have easy access to it. Okay, and that sets us up for that. And then let us set up our skill chain explain. Blade Rin, Stoic, into Avalanche Axe, Astrictum. I'll just do Astri. Wait, one, because I'm gonna need more space. Ice, water, magic burst. Okay, and that should do pretty good. Historically, that does very good. I'm going to have it so that, let me move this out of your guys' way unless you need this up for any reason. Just let me know if you want to look back at it again. I said, there we go. For some reason I wasn't doing it. That should do good. Because I have the different knee spells, I'm going to be able to magic burst twice if I time it right. The timing isn't really that bad, so I should be able to do it twice. You don't really get to see ninjas use their stuff often just because every single one of their spells costs a different type of tool, which is awful. Everything about that is awful. But that's also just how it is. But I won't have to worry about it anymore once I get it to 60. Lower the game sound by just a little bit more. Actually, let me lower it. Gonna lower it a smidge. Okay, that should be good. I think they're at a pretty good level, but if at any time anything is particularly loud, including myself, like if I'm peaking or something, just let me know, just so I can make a small adjustment in real time. Because we do everything live here.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the very exciting things that have happened to the channel. So we have new channel point redeems under the channel point option at the chat at the bottom right or mid right, depending on how you have your stuff situated. You can spend channel points to either run a poll, make me say something stoic, make me talk in my quote-unquote factory original voice for 5 minutes, and to trigger different channel sounds. So I will show you what that looks like now. Let's see, y'all. Channel points. Gonna redeem What Are You Doing, Step Bro, which is a personal favorite.
What are you doing, Step Bro?
That should have come in. Yeah, that should have come in. You should have been able to hear something. You can do that anytime. I don't care what you use it for or what you do it in response to, as long as you have fun with it. That's what I care about. There are new subscriber and bit badges. If you deign it upon yourself to spend some of your disposable income on me, or if you use a free Amazon Prime subscription to subscribe to me as stated for free, you get a little emblem, which is a upgrade fragment from Elden Ring, the beloved series, or one of the beloved Souls-likes. Yeah, and you know, incidentally, as I get more subscriptions, I also unlock more emote slots, which brings me to the next very exciting thing. I have new channel exclusive emotes. Let's go, dude. Very exciting. What's up? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, a little bit louder for those in the back. Sorry, asshole. Party is full. Oh, I stopped. I know how it goes. I didn't see you follow up for bits. I figured did something else. Okay. The general area for beetles is huge, so we can just find a spot that doesn't have much aggro near it and handle from there. Okay, but yeah, there are new emotes. Very exciting. There's Pro Yaya, Pro Chad, Pro Not Like This, Pro Tipo G, Pro Fraish, Pro Stonks. There's actually like a good 5 or 6 after that, but Twitch apparently does not want to grant me like the 5 to 10 KB that they need to store the other emotes that I have in mind, and they actually restrict my ability to upload more emotes behind the number of subscribers that I have, which is kind of insane to me, but you know, they're a business, I guess, and like every KB counts. It can be tough to tear yourself away from a party once you more or less decided on it. Just, I get it, 100%. I think we all mutually suffered from goblins. So once we actually get going, probably my guess is like 15-20 minutes from now, whenever our 5th person comes around, I'm gonna run a poll, and this poll is going to decide what game that we play on Wednesdays and Saturdays, aka the variety game. I have like a good number of choices. Apparently I can only slot 5 into a poll, but you can influence the result, such as it is, by spending channel points to do so. But yeah, there's a number of games on there that I've been looking for an excuse to play, so leaving it up to oh. Why? That is so strange. It says that. It says that assholes in the party, but how is that possible? Hang on. Oh. As I think that it's like formed. What the fuck is happening? Formed us into an alliance. We're at 7 people, but it's not formatting it as an alliance. I did invite you you about 30-40 minutes ago, but you didn't answer. Brownie face. The party should be Astri, Thugs, Goken, Kami, Knight, myself. So what's happening is why I'm kind of getting like getting stun locked right now is because one of our LS mates has joined because I invited them like 40 minutes ago, but the game still accepted their invite even though it was delayed, and I invited 5 other people. So it's acting like there's 7 people in the party. As I'm very sorry, do you mind disbanding? The game letting you into the party should have been impossible. It's behaving like we're a 7-person party. What the fuck? I honestly thought about adding the bover sound into the list, but it's like it would have to be just like the bover part. It can't be like the whatever instrument that is that immediately follows it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Right. It's not even giving me option to remove. That is so bizarre. It's never done this before. Only if you truly want to, you're good to stay. We might need the extra DV power via songs. So strange. Why is it doing that? Why would it even allow that? I'm gonna have to reform. I don't even think that this he's even aware of what's happening. Like, he might just be going. I do not understand. It's too much power. Where did she leave? Sure, I guess. Maybe, I mean, it's possible she just wasn't interested. This is how it goes. Night Moon, you didn't have to leave. Your spot was valid. They didn't answer me for like 30-40 minutes. If you asking, but I have a feeling they want to do other stuff. Oh, I didn't know that's why you disbanded. Nope, they are interested. They disbanded to reform. Sorry, Azel, I'll give you an invite earlier. Yep. Next time. Please forgive me. I'm going to remove him. Hopefully he understands. Night. I will invite them. Welcome back. We'll see if we encounter any issues. If we encounter any other bugginess, I will reform fully. No. That's so strange that it actually allowed a seventh person to join. Normally it would prevent you from being able to do that. Did you find a spot that seems good, dogs? If not, anywhere that is by the desert floor should work fine. And that's extra weird. On the way to you. I also made a bunch of additions to... There's also a pseudo burn party here. Looks it. There's always one that follows wherever I go. North it is!
Ugh, fine, I guess you are my little pog champ.
Reporting for duty. Proceeding.
Yes, me lord. I can do that.
Huggies.
Okay. Maybe at like one of these corners will probably be good. We can go a smidge further. Here should be fine. I can grab from a few places here. This is good here. All right. We did it. Now we just wait for the group to assemble. I don't think that these aggro, but don't quote me on that. They do not aggro, they just link. Like, we did it even with the game trying to break. Very exciting. Three. Okay, because I can count. We have 5. All right, just in case, going to sync to me first. If we seem okay, I'll sync down. All right, then I'm gonna stuff my face with a rice dumpling. And then put on my shadows. Okay. Once we're good. That is a manticore. That is a manticore north. Let's move a smidge east. Maybe this is fine. Epic voice crack. If it gets within 30, that's bad. Getting within 30. That's good. Here is good. It stopped there. Okay, I'll just have to keep that in mind. Everyone good, snuggly. I'll pull off the pull. They most certainly do. I will pull. Everyone good? Gawk. Knight. S. S. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Dogs. It should be good. Okay. Alrighty, time to die. Let's do it. Activate DD mode, aka Berserk. This, I don't remember this being so loud, man. Let me move the sound down by just a little bit. I do have a corrosive dagger equipped. It's not exactly called that, but it's an approximate. That does weaken defense, so that's generally going to help a lot. It doesn't always proc, but when it does, it feels nice. I'm going to try to get my throwing skill up too. Because even though the chances aren't high that I'm going to be able to take advantage of it, there is a chance that way later in the future, I'll be able to fucking my brain. I'll be able to afford, I mean, I can afford the higher tier shuriken now. It's just I don't want to. It's like, unless you have a smithing friend, it is so unbelievably expensive. Friendly reminder. Okay, and then I'm gonna hold my TP so that I can initiate Blade Rend to start the skill chain off. But this seems okay. What level is this? 49? Okay. So this is right at the cutting edge of where we want to be in terms of experience. I need to make sure that I use my chariot band before I forget, because I did. It's already too late. Did it not go off? Chariot band fails to activate. Hate to see it. I'm gonna wait until we pull next to activate it, to make sure that the party is doing something and not waiting for me to not fuck up. I'm gonna be faster pulling. What is happening? Oh, it's because because my macros are going off, that's why. Can I please use it? I paid good American Knuckle Sam dollars for this, man. Okay. Later in time. I think he may have done it a little bit too fast because he used it. Yep. Need to wait a couple secs. Not unload skill chains because apparently it didn't kick off. It's still a little bit loud. Is it like a little bit loud to you guys? Why is the sound effect so loud? God. Should not be this loud. Good reaction time though. Oh, he knows to use Sentinel. Good. Every paladin worth their salt needs to use all of their kit if they can at all help it. I do like throwing items. I wish that they were a little bit stronger. I understand why they're not. It's just it. Anytime I'm not using shurikens, like even the lower ones that are arguably much lower level than they should be, for me, I'm gonna provoke. After I'm done with this. No, he's too good. He's too good at keeping hate. Alrighty then. Let's pull ourselves another beetle. And then I have no shadows to just keep me alive and fine. Activate Berserk. I want to keep that up as much as possible. Got a sick weakened defense there.
Proceeding. Jacked up and good to go.
We doing it? We cruising now? Oh shit! We almost got bees back up. Almost got bees back up to TV. Just needs to hit one more time. Just needs to hit one more time. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm still ready. I want to provoke off him so I can spend some of my shadows. Okay, if he wants to keep hate, that's fine. He's able to do that, please. Mr. Beastmaster, just one smidgen. Just one smidgen of striking, of hitting. I beg you. He's missed like 8,000 times in a row. There he goes, look at that. Look at that, dude. Ah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Strange. That should have been fine. They must have changed some element. Both my calc and my add-on told me that should have worked. Researching. What about... Is there really nothing else? Water 2 is pretty strong, right? Oh, I don't think so. New plan, Avalanche Axe, Blade, Techie, Water 2. That okay? It should be fine. I'm gonna provoke off him. Scratch that. I'm not gonna be able to provoke off him. He's too strong. I'm gonna start elemental wheeling. I doubt this is gonna pull it off him, but it might. It could. So elemental wheeling, if you're not familiar, is ninja spellcasting in a elemental order that weakens the enemy to a type of magic that is then immediately followed up with that type of magic, which then further weakens the enemy. Okay, so they did get a, I think it was a sleep-based light off on that other beetle, which is good. Holding a C for other beetle. Man, this one's sure is taking his time dying, huh? I hope he doesn't avalanche axe here. It would be my strong preference if he doesn't. You. Good to SC, I say in chat. So then he should Avalanche Axe, and then I should be able to Blade Techie. Okay, it is giving me the prompt. Missed. Let's go. I mean, that shit is just bound to happen. Use this opportunity to... No, you did good. Are you talking about accidentally using the wrong one in general? Airline should be doing pretty good. I don't know if the Beastmaster ate any food. I mean, there's only so much, unless you're like slamming back sushi, there's only so much that you can do about your accuracy. But he's not his fault, but he's missed a lot. I mean, that said, I do have a lot of accuracy plus gear on. That, as you can see in the bottom right, is getting like swapped out in real time. Underneath the avalanche of icons. Let's see if I can move those over a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Ads are evidently starting soon. Brace for impact. If you happen to have the disposable income to subscribe to me or have an Amazon Prime account, you can get subscribed to me for free and not experience any ads ever. And you get arguably the coolest perk of all, which is a little upgrade emblem next to your name. I know that is just the idea of that invokes in you so much dopamine that it could be considered a military grade drug. I assure you, you'll come down from that with time. I hate that these beetles are together. I mean, we're chaining, right? And apparently 11,000 experience, so before ring, that's probably like 5,500. Because I can do math. Gonna want to toss Berserk back up. Let's go. It's possible that I should... Train of thought has left me. It's possible that I should use my weapon skills freely while waiting for the Beastmaster to get his TP back up. I don't know. That's my instinct, but I normally like to just wait. But I have literally doubled. I literally have doubled their TP accrual. I don't know. It'll make my weapon skill more effective, right? Yeah, that's right. We're not doing bad. What is this? 51? It is 51. That's why it's taking a while. Let's put some poison on it. All my homies love poison. My instinct is definitely like his axe skill has to be pretty high because he's like Beastmaster, right? So he's only gonna be going after stuff that the Beastmaster crew has migrated over here. I hate that for me. He's got it. And go ask. I want to check to make sure this SE actually goes off. Okay, so the avalanche axes. I'm gonna wait. Blade Techie. Okay, that did do it. That did wind lightning. Man, whatever. I'll take it. Congratulations. That's so weird that it's like the elements are like all over the place, dude. It wasn't. It was wind, lightning, for some reason. I need to find a Horizon chart to see where this is coming from. It seems to be they changed the avalanche skill properties. Like it shouldn't be making the skill chains that it is, like creating the that's the only explanation. It's not like it's bad. We're doing okay. As people level up, we're gonna be able to get through these faster. Because most stuff in El Tepe Desert is like just a pain, man. Let's get some throwing skill ups. Let's go. Okay, he's just gonna go for it. I would have hesitated, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. Gonna go more debuff heavy, I think. Like I'm focusing on attacking as much as possible because like the damage is needed. Speaking of which, I need to get Berserk back up. Alright, let's get fire going on it so that I can land poison more easily because Ninja Fire lowers water resistance and poison is a water-based debuff. The more that you know. I don't know, like maybe someone in chat knows. I don't know if the ninja poison is any stronger than the regular OG poison. Like and all the research that I tried to do on it, I've never been able to suss that out for myself. Speaking of sus, people still play that, right? All my homies. The Paladin is doing good. He doesn't even necessarily need to... Look at the other beetle. I should be able to keep it off me. He's not gonna. They're not gonna be. It's not gonna be able to kill me. I'll just keep my shadows up indefinitely. There we go. Still not worried. They attack pretty slow. So even if they constantly fail to apply sleep, although it looks like it worked that time, I'm not in any real danger. It do be fine. That is for true. Good. Let me get my little weenie shadows back up. Pump up the jams a little bit. I know you don't mind. There we go. That should be good. Maybe that's too high. Or we're just mid. That's good. Oh my. Go for it. Go, 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 go. Avalanche Axe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Yay. That is so strange that it's making... Why is it making wind lightning? My add-on's confused, so it's definitely something Horizon changed with Avalanche Axe. Weird. I mean, it's fine, just weird. I don't know why they would have changed that. Like this particular SE was too powerful, so we gotta go on there and then unfuck it. It's too powerful.
Betrayal.
Gonna reapply Paralyze just for fun. One thing I'm grateful for as you get higher in levels is that you have more of an opportunity to skill up the cap on stuff that you may have been struggling with. Like if you're looking to level up your skills as you go, it's very hard to stay on top of the skill ups until you're probably about like 30 or something. It just sucks that I'm missing on these so much, these throws, because I've got like so much range accuracy shit. Okay, I'm gonna start looking for more food. And by food, I mean indigenous wildlife. It is free roaming. Here we go. Let's go, the weekend defense, man.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm gonna kill you. Give me $200.
Oh, it's mad at me, dude. Might as well just focus on debuffing while I'm waiting for the Beastmaster's TP to go up. Right? That's right. You know I'm right. Deep down in your heart of hearts. Lightning knee to weaken it so that I can more easily slow, because slow is earth element. Not that this is charted anywhere in game, it's just stuff that you're supposed to know. Hey hero, how's it going? It's going good. You know, we've been partying for approximately 15-20 minutes and no one's died. So we are officially out of the, well, almost out of the honeymoon stage of the party. Oh, he's gonna do it. All right, and then I need to remember that this is wind lightning for some reason. Then see if I can magic burst twice. Magic burst twice. I'm out of range. No, I've already used it. Because I was trying to be cool and apply slow. That's why kids at home, the thousands of kids watching, just don't ever try to be cool. Just be bland, never change, never try to improve yourself. You know? Just stay carbon neutral. Grab the coffin. Yeah, I'll tap. I need to search for more beetle food. Hunting beetles, I've never done this camp before. It seems very good. We're a little bit lower on the DD scale than I would prefer. But if we're still chaining. You know, sometimes parties are just going to be like that. It's definitely better than the party that I had last night. Not because of anything anyone was doing, but because we were primarily fighting goblins. And the goblins, unlike, I think, Yoder and below, unlike those goblins, they don't blow themselves up. They're actually, like, professionals. I will have you know, as Hume, who may or may not, and is very likely my wife according to the wedding certificate, that people listen to my advice and they wouldn't just take the advice of someone on the internet unless there was a reason. That's also why typically right before I give advice, I'm like, just so you know, I'm not a licensed, accredited, or certified counselor. It is recommended that you seek out the advice of someone who is. However, I have helped people according to the people that I have allegedly helped. So your mileage may vary, which typically reassures them completely right from the onset. And if they're not comforted, then I'm like, I will just, as long as you don't escalate during our conversation, we're cool. And then it typically calms them right down. I did not want to poison there. I went in too slow. No, I did want to poison. I have about 15 seconds of lead though, I'm pretty sure, in the background for my spells. Look at that, applied poison, let's go. So while I'm waiting for this, what is it, level 51? Level 51, that's what it is. I'm waiting for this level 51 to die, or until... Okay, it looks like the Beamsmaster is gonna get enough TP. Let's go, very exciting.
Take me outside, how about that?
Moshi, motherfucker.
Let's go, it's gonna be so good. Oh, he just needs to hit one more time. He just needs to hit one more time. I guarantee you it's gonna get down to like 10% before he hits it. He just needs to hit one more time. Watch him. He's gonna do it. All he has to do is just hit one more time. Just one more time, guy. Just one more time. All he has to do is hit one more time. Just once. He just has to think about it. Man. Okay. All he has to do is okay, so has it been almost 25% of... Look, he did it, dude. He did it. Please don't use it weapon skill. Please don't use it. Good. Yeah, that's all I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I also supercharged the music list that I have rolling in the background. So there should be a lot more variety. All of which should be DMCA-less. So that even though I make literally zero money off of YouTube, one day when I will, I won't have to deal with being rampantly demonetized. That was a mistake. I didn't even realize that. Okay, so is it asleep? It is asleep. Good sleep. Ow. Ow. Sentinel, please. Sentinel. 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 There we go, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Wow. There's my soundbite.
Wow!
let's throw some DOTs on this bit. Okay, just in case if the other one wakes up, this paladin is good. He's shield bashing periodically when I'm assuming that he believes that the hate is getting a little bit lower on one monster over the other than he likes. He's sentineling when it makes sense to. He's doing good. I'm proud of him. He's my son. This is why he and I go way back, just like you guys. You guys are my sons. Every last one of you, even you way in the back. Normally I don't like you, but today I'm being very inclusive. You know who you are. Oh. I am provoked on this thing, man. What right does it have to not pay attention to me? One more level and I get my quick blind, which is very nice because it reduces accuracy. It says by 30. I don't know what that means. 30%? No, because if it means by 30, then it would mean 30 accuracy literally. Probably. Which would be like a 15% less chance to hit, which is very, very good. Good to SE. Okay. And then I'm going to win Magic Burst. And then I should have enough time, even if it's moving away from me annoyingly, to Magic Burst twice. We got the first Magic Burst off. 2 Magic Bursts, let's go!
That's fucking teamwork!
About 160 free damage, dude. That's like 8 weapon swings. Very exciting. That is a really ridiculous amount of damage. I think that if Ninja wasn't so prohibitively expensive just on its face, that a lot more people would be playing it. I think that people also give it a bad rap because they're like, well, Ninja is useless now because of the extra 10 to 15 seconds of waiting between use of semis. And was it really difficult kind of managing hate like between like 27-37 and having to keep yourself alive with shadows? Sure, but it was manageable. The debate really comes down to, do you use Yonin? When do you, when don't you? And I would say that there's a good argument based off of my quote unquote sweaty attempts at pulling maximum mileage out of the job, or as much mileage as I can, given that I'm not literally made out of money. Train of thought left me. That Yonin is really good at helping, not guaranteeing, but helping you keep hate from like 1 to 37. It does suck that I think it lowers your attack. I don't think it lowers. Either it lowers your, I think it's the description in the patch notes that lowers your attack, not that lowers your damage, which is different. Like, it sort of like effectively lowers your damage output, but it doesn't literally lower your damage by a flat amount. It just affects like your ability to roll higher than you otherwise would. I fucked up. I think I pressed the wrong button. I should be able to get one of the magic bursts off though. Add on reload skill chains. Yeah, I fucked it up. That's okay. Can't win them all. Yonin from like 1 to 37, and then after that, you typically have enough DPS and tools, if you're making the most of the Ninja's kit, to keep Berserk up 24/7, and then you, even with the additional 15 seconds onto your shadows, if you have pretty okay evasion gear, you're going to be able to have probably like 80% shadow uptime. It's really not that bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously it would be better if, you know, there wasn't that introduction, like the Yonin effect of lowering your like recast time, or like increasing your, yeah, lowering your recast time is not like a full back to basics, you know, farm to table experience like it used to be on retail, where it was like 30 seconds. It's actually like 40 seconds or 35. It's like 35 or 40, so it's not like a true reversal. Like shadows are nerfed by at least 5 seconds. But I mean, I guess if that wasn't the case, I don't know, it's such a trade, because like you can keep hate so much more effectively, you can do so much more damage overall as a tank if you just avoid using Yonin. Food definitely makes up the difference there, or makes up part of the difference in keeping hate. But you're never going to be able to completely, perfectly keep hate as a ninja anyway. Only the Paladin, and arguably Blue Mage, but that's a whole other conversation, would have the ability to do that. I think I missed the magic burst window by like a second. Yeah, I did. It's really tight. You have to start casting like as soon as it starts rolling over. Add-on, reload, skill chain. Something about this combination really pisses off the add-on. Something in the party is messing with it, but I do not know what. We do seem to be killing them a little bit faster, so it says my XP per hour. I will take it. Once I get this next beetle underway, I'm going to run the poll. Well, the coveted triple friggin' level up.
Oh my god, inhuman reactions.
That's actually pretty rare. That's nice to see. That's a huge power spike. Incoming link. Never mind. I am the chosen one. Chosen one does not get links. I should have linked. I should not have been able to get away with that. Okay, what poll do you ask? Loudly in chat over and over and over again, to the point that I might have to put it into emote mode only. It is the poll that is going to decide what our variety game is going to be on Wednesdays and Saturdays. What happened to Foxhole? Another very real chatter asks. Foxhole is a very interesting game at an academic level. It is not the most engaging game to watch. Unless you can somehow guarantee that you're going to be in a position where pog-worthy moments are happening every other moment, it's like real war. It's like typically at least an hour to an hour and a half of trying to find something to do with the thing that you just took 15-20 minutes to gear up. And then if you live long enough, having like 15-20 minutes of cautious action, assuming it's not nighttime, because if you're in like a vehicle of some kind, you know, then fucking nothing is happening, because there's going to be like 500,000 dudes in the bushes with anti-tank stuff of some description just waiting to have their own gamer moment with you. And then after your tank dies, then you know, take pot shots at dudes from like extreme ranges. Hell Let Loose is interesting for sure, which is probably the most apt comparison in my head. It's just like a first-person Hell Let Loose. But just like Hell Let Loose too, the time to die is just so low, and it just takes so long to get anywhere and do anything that it's very hard to stream effectively, especially when you are trying to grow a small community, of which mine is definitely a qualifier in that description. Next beetle. Next beetle. Promise. Next beetle. This beetle. After I get my shadows back up. Just one more turn. After I get poison on it. Okay. Nope, I gotta do the thing. Play techie. Okay. And then we are gonna do a lightning and then wind. I might be able to get it off. I'm not gonna be able to get it off. I have to, basically as soon as I weapon skill, I have to start casting in order to get away with it. 130, even with before, dude, even before the magic burst, that's 210 damage, man. What the fuck? I'm hitting this thing for like 10 damage at a time, and I just put out this crazy magic burst. All right. Twitch. Next Friday game, Wednesdays, Saturdays. All right, I'm going to run the poll now for the variety game. You can spend additional channel points in order to influence the result. It is going to be up for 10 minutes. Enjoy. You should see some kind of prompt in chat now at the top. And I am, if nothing, a man of my word, supported by my 2,000-year-old philosophy that informs everything that I do. So whatever is chosen is what I'm going to be doing, either until we beat the game. Boy, howdy, it's Nacho Cheat. Oh, man, you caught me. The dude ran a psyop before I was even ready. How does he do it? Boy, howdy counter. 1 of 1. Oh. Oh. Very good. We got a link. LMAO. LMAO. I mean, I definitely did it on purpose. I definitely pulled because we're just going to clear through these so fast that I'm just saving myself a little bit of time. Oh, yeah.
No.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
So all of the games that I've chosen for the poll that is currently running in chat are all games that I'm extremely interested in. I actually left one out because apparently, even though it said that the minimum is 2 and that there was no stated maximum, the maximum number of things that I can put into chat at once, play techie, into casting, and then if I'm lucky, I'm just gonna mash lightning to see if I can get both magic bursts off. I think I got them both off. 71 damage. No, it didn't do it, dude. I didn't mash hard enough. F. It's definitely possible. I got it done before. Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age, which is a game that I technically beaten, but on the original PlayStation version. I didn't play the remastered version, even though it's sort of like a pseudo remaster. It's not like a fully fledged remaster. It's just a like slightly graphically updated international version of like the Japanese mini upgrade that introduced things like job combinations and other things that I'm not totally privy to. Like I bought it for the Switch, but it's just one of those games that just like sat on my forever catalog. But I loved Final Fantasy XII. I know it's a very spicy game in some circles to talk about and say like, yeah, I actually like that one. It's one of my favorite Final Fantasies. And then you get either like half and half of the room is side-eyeing you, and the other was like, how did you, like, sir, this isn't Arby's? Like, are you gonna order something, or are you gonna try to talk to me about this pseudo remaster of a 13-year-old game? And I'd be like, what do you think? I already ate before I came here. Like even though at the time that I had originally played it, I was not mentally apt enough to take advantage of the Gambit system, I think it was called. I just thought it was cool that I could basically program my teammates to just do shit. Because the only other game that I'm aware of, and this is going to be real obscure, so like pardon in advance. Let's see if I can get this off. Okay, I'm going to start casting as soon as I can. Smashing. And I do have equipments that I'm swapping in real time. But I'm not going to even wait for that equipment to go off. It's not important enough. How much shit? Yes, we magic burst with both. 170.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Very exciting for all and sundry. Carnage Heart. Carnage Heart was a PlayStation 1 mech battling game that had like a campaign mode that I didn't even progress like a half an hour into, just because I would lose on the first mission because I didn't know what I was doing or what I was looking at or how any of the parts interrelated, or how to succeed. Like the only way that I progressed in the game was using a cheat in order to unlock the option to directly control the mechs. It was a game that amazingly got a sequel, and even like a sequel, but none of it did well. But that's the only game that let you kind of like program your character's behavior. After this one, what? It came in. All right. We've been going at it kind of hard, so we can break for 1-2 minutes. Hero, let me... I'm trying to put this as succinctly as I possibly can. When the moment that the Armor Core releases some kind of collector's edition, I'm gonna order it. I'm going to use whatever copium supplies that I have left in order to tell myself that it's going to be a worthy purchase. And I'm just gonna get it, because I need to prove to From Software that there is a worthy market out there that is willing to basically crush up the disc and snort it to atomize the game into every part of their being. Does that paint a picture? I hope so, because it was very funny in my head. Apparently I was so focused on that I missed the opening. I was busy talking about Armored Core with friends. I missed SE window. Auto translate, please forgive me. I missed the PS3 era. I did not have enough disposable income around that period. The new one coming out, that I couldn't afford a PS3, and at the time I was kind of thinking about getting the PS3 just because I had loved Armored Core so much in the past. But it's probably one of the most difficult and first world problems that you can have as a gamer, is thinking to yourself, is it worth buying a whole new piece of self-contained hardware just for XYZ game? And the closest that I ever got to pulling that trigger was for Bloodborne. And it like, even if I didn't have direct access to it, I was constantly thinking about how cool it probably was to be in like a group of like 4 ACs fighting against like other 4 ACs against like bases that were designed or pseudo designed by players. I think if I remember correctly, it was more like they had fortifications. Yep. Holding for bio. I heard that there were some misgivings that people had about Armored Core 4, like the vanilla one, not the 4 answer one. That they were trying, like From Software normally does, they were trying to mess with the formula a little bit. it's escaping me in what ways. Just that like the handling of it was like a little bit different in some way that players didn't like. But I have so much faith in From Software that to the point that like a lot of people would just buy like CD Projekt Red stuff no matter what. Because like people just like kind of blindly trust them, or at least they used to, and they probably do now again, now that Cyberpunk is, you know, ostensibly fixed. I will buy anything that releases from Software, and I don't really think that. I actually avoid trying to think that way as a rule. Everyone is going number 3, which is holding hands and going to the bathroom. So I am going to patiently wait for said friends to come back. So while we're waiting for them to return, let's talk about some of the variety games. I have not been watching the poll. I don't know how it's progressed or if it's even progressed at all. Resident Evil 4 Remake, have literally not played it at all. I've beaten the original PS2 version probably at least 4 or 5 times. So if there's any mileage there, I will definitely take it. I will probably play it on hard mode right out of the gate, because that is, you know, according to the back of the box, the way that is intended, so to speak, for people that have played and or beaten the original version. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, while it is not a blind play for me, I did only play through the Black Eagles route, and I am interested in the Blue Lions route, which apparently you can get all the relics on, so it would be probably like a maddening version hybrid, because they don't... Maddening version hybrid of also collecting the relics if I can so help it. Because apparently I'm just a glutton for punishment, that's my thing. Valkyria Chronicles 4, which is a game that I love. I have almost no issue with it at all, outside of, you know, how you're meant to develop the relationships of the characters, which feels very gamey and stupid to me. But aside from that, it's an excellent game. Hard mode on that all the way. Elden Ring, because I fucking love the game. It's one of the few games that I have a 100% achievement for. Like, I purely naturally, I didn't achievement hunt or anything like that. I just literally tried to do I tried to do everything that I possibly could in it, and I apparently did, according to Steam. Octopath Traveler 2, which would also be a blind play. There's no difficulty mode for that, as far as I'm aware. Can you find me, rep? My girlfriend got home earlier than I thought, so I need to go ASAP. S3 has to go unexpectedly. Is everyone good for at least another hour? We're pretty early into the party yet, so I'm hoping that everyone can stay at least for another hour. Like, I can push it to basically like reforming if I need to. I just want to avoid a situation where we're subbing people in like piecemeal, because that typically leads to a subpar experience for everyone. I asked, person has to go unexpectedly, is everyone good for at least another hour? And the first response is okay. Okay, you are good for at least another hour. Okay, it's good that they're fine that they're going. It'd be like, do you want a burger or do you want a burrito? Yes. Great, very good. This music is very good. Yes, please. Okay, they're asking if they can tag in one of their LS members to come. Yeah, sure, Hero, for sure. But like, to simulate the experience of it being like another individual human being, you're gonna have to sit on your hand, not while you're going, just bear with me. Sit on your hand until it's asleep, and then it's kind of like a whole other person's doing it, right? Not that I've done that. I'm just saying it's probably as close to the simulated experience as you can get. All right, so this person's LS mate is going to be swapped in at some point. When you're back, send me a slash mark. Send me a slash mark that you're good to go. Alrighty. Rep. See all 41. 2 inv. We will grab. We'll try to grab this ranger. Hello, level sync 41 party. Do you need it? Let me do 41 to 42 party. Do you need it? Position Western Alteba Desert. If I can get this ranger, that would be very good, because ranger is like the definition of ADD. Its whole existence is to output damage as efficiently as possible. One thing that I do need to check for is patch notes on rangers' ranged effectiveness based off of how far away they are. Because I think that just like on retail, they implemented it so that the further away that said ranger is, the more of an accuracy bonus they get, or something to that effect. Go to SC. I'm actually paying attention this time. Alright, Blade Techie. And then we just mash. We mash to get the spell out. And then I am proceeding to mash on the other spell. Good, 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 good. 71 damage on that. How much? 32! Wow, dude. That's the worst.
Mochi mochi, motherfucker!
The roast. That other ranger didn't respond to me, so I'm gonna check to see if the other one is available. Hello, level sync 42 party. Do you need it? Position Western Alteba Desert. Like, we don't need a ranger. Anything else is fine. It just so happens to be this weird situation where there's multiple. There just do be multiple rangers just floating around. Okay, this one did respawn. Alright, you're repping. Astrictum. Party is good. Their wife just got home unexpectedly. That also means I'm gonna have to figure out a new skill chain, which shouldn't be that hard unless Horizon changed some other element that I'm not aware of. What weapon using? What? Okay, what weapon skill do you prefer? Anything is fine, just thinking of SEs. If I can at all help it, I'm going to have it so that the ranger has his or her weapon skill end the skill chain, so that it does the most damage in the after effect. RNG ones doesn't matter which one you use. Sorry, spot distilled. RNG WS doesn't. Which weapon do you like most? Okay, we're back up to TP. I swing. I turn away from the mic to breathe. I start mashing. I am very happy that the window is possible for... I use bow, but that also don't matter. Gun skill do same as bow. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. How much damage did that do? 131. And then apparently I didn't mash hard enough. I didn't mash hard enough, so we only, quote unquote, only did 180 damage. Gotcha. Okay, so he says bow, so I'm gonna look for bow SCs, and I'm gonna do it mid-fight because fuck it, we're doing it live. I also need to keep my berserk up. I'm so focused on words pouring out of my mouth at an astounding rate and doing polls. I said berserk. Thank you. Okay. So let us do, instead of Beastmaster, Ranger, he uses a bow, not marksmanship. I want archery, please. Archery? Archery. I don't know why it's not alphabetized. Blade toe, piercing arrow. Once. Okay. This should work. Set up blade toe, Stoic into piercing arrow, because I think Rangers traditionally like blade toe. Revy, I think his name was called. Wait, one. And then that is gonna make the same magic burst that we were gunning for before, allegedly, so that the black mage doesn't need to change their thinking at all. They just see the special effects happen on screen and they're good. Ignore that. That's the next SC. Do I have any other? No, blade toe is the most intense one that I have. Most intense weapon skill, rather, because words are hard. I feel like she's... No, she's been good. I keep thinking that she's gonna go for like another... So far this camp is good. It's a little bit slow. I don't think that's necessarily an issue with the camp, but just because of the general DD spread that we had. I think that we definitely could have gotten away with not having a paladin, but they're just so universally nice that, you know, when you see one, you typically get one. But we're definitely focusing more on survivability than damage. Like a 60-40 split. Which, you know, it's better than dying, I guess. It also probably would help if I just, like, F and ate food. Probably why I've been rolling so low. Even so, just for clarification, if you're aware of the Mandalorian TV series through Disney Plus, and if you're not, then I would definitely recommend asking one of your buddies to give you their account access information to go see it. It's a very good series. I can't speak to the quote-unquote offshoots that focus on like Boba Fett or whatever, but the Mandalorian is very good. But this is a remix of elements of the Mandalorian soundtrack that is published by a label called Game Chops, which specializes in basically ensuring that whatever gets remixed and published under them is DMCA-less. So if I get copyright struck, I'll definitely just, not copyright struck, but, you know, can you imagine? But like content ID match is what I actually meant to say. At the very most, I would get content ID match, in which case I just remove the song, but it's probably this part, like the bam, 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 that would probably set it off. I missed my opening. That's okay. The Ranger's gonna be here soon, allegedly, so. It's definitely a good lo-fi song. Oh, show. Oh, dude, we did it!
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me 200.
44, baby. Thank you. Once RNG is here, I'll resync lower. That actually means that I get the fancy blind. Triyamani, let's go, dude. Yeah, boy. Now we are true gamer. I did not actually consume the... There we go. I need to eat the scroll. If you, at least once a day, don't consume a ancient ninjutsu scroll, are you even doing life right? Survey says no. Let me put some poison on this. I also need them to just do the thing and put Bloodborne holding after this. I need them to put Bloodborne on PC. Like, just... I don't know why they're being weird about it. Like, just do it. I know that maybe, like, well, not I know, but maybe there's something in, like, the background that is prohibiting them from just, like, doing the thing, but, like, just do it. Like, either just release it on PC, guys. Thank you, Astri. It wasn't bad, Beastmaster. Did he miss like a good 60% of the time? Sure. But none of us are perfect. And it would be unreasonable to think such. Alright, I'm gonna little sync off. And then PC MD add close brackets T. Inviting them in here. Then once they're in, I will give them the rundown on the new skill chain. Welcome. Okay, and then we're gonna sync to a lower level, as much as it pains me because I just got my new toy. I'm just gonna pick one. It's fine. Other's fine. Get my Utsuni back up. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to spend the rest of the time scaling up my throwing. My throwing skill is not that bad, and the damage is not that bad. It probably would be better for me to... Oh, they're using sushi too. The damage is not that bad. Is it shuriken damage? No. Can I afford spending ostensibly 70k per 3 to 4 hour party on shuriken, even with a smithing friend? Because apparently that's the amount that it takes to do it at cost. I cannot afford that. I will answer you right now. And it gets like even more and that's actually, I can give some. I am a cooking person, so I have loads. Okay, they say that they don't have food, and then they tell me I have food. It's rice dumplings, if it means anything. Okay, Plato. And then we're gonna test to make sure that this actually works. I'm going to move the ranger's name next to mine so I don't have to like go vertically cross-eyed trying to track both of our TVs at once. We are away from experience ring territory, which scares me a little bit, but I will have faith. And by faith, I mean I will throw my chakram over and over. It's bizarre, but also true. As far as I can tell, although I can't really say that it's true unless I actually play Ranger, it seems like tryharding Ninja is more expensive than Ranger would be, because you're dealing with basically the equivalent of like 10 different ammo types or 11 different ammo types. Man, I would be in love if I could. Like I do have the general income flow to sustain Ranger, so it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for me. I'm holding my breath. I apparently cannot concentrate on. Are you gonna piercing arrow? Good. Did that not do anything? Did it miss? Okay, just checking because elements have been weird. Okay, this paladin is very good, so I'm going to find another beetle and end its life in front of its friends and family. A beetle disappeared. Don't know what that's about. Beetle-chan.
Yes, me lord.
This paladin should be able to handle it. We'll be able to handle it. And even if they don't, they've been very good about sleeping links and stuff like that. Just like that. Very good.
Jacked up and good to go.
The apple cider is calling me, but I'm like so focused on the high octane action that is Final Fantasy XI. I can barely think. All I can do is pog. I'm gonna go for it. I'm going for the apple cider. Let's go. The Ranger is accruing TP at an alarming rate, which is good. They say that they don't really have very good range accuracy food. That is not what I am seeing. It seems really good to me. Hello, Xanthos. Xanthos. Caught it. Oh, let's go, dude. We got the element. We got the element down, dude. It's right there on the tin, man. It has to be avalanche access being weird then. Or maybe they changed it on retail. And it's, well, no, because they're going for like a somewhat era accurate experience here. So why would the element change? I mean, I only ever have to think about it when there's like an axe wheeler around, but as someone that is a connoisseur, that's a really strong word. Don't let me actually believe that. A proliferator of SC knowledge, it bugs me that that's different than the WS charts, the calculators, the add-ons of the world. In fact, I'm gonna send a very passive-aggressive letter and then follow it up with another letter immediately afterward that's very consolatory and pleading for forgiveness. This is a pretty good balance. Win mash. Oh, why does it move? I don't know if that magic burst did. Its health didn't move very much. It is Topps brand apple cider. I think Topps is like a local chain of grocery stores. We also have another grocery store that's relatively close by. Topps is geographically closer to me by about like 2 or 3 minutes, so I feel beholden to go there to maximize my indoor time as much as possible. Because when I go outside, I shrivel like a raisin. I do make sure that I get watered and turn towards the light occasionally, but man, does it burn like a sumbitch. See a doctor about what? You surface dwellers are the problem. I mean, it's not immediate. It do be pretty good. This Paladin is doing an extremely good job keeping hate. That is for sure. I'm not gonna be able to get the second magic burst off. 62. 27. Kind of shit. Also reminds me, I need to keep Berserk up. It's such a simple thing, but it's amazing how much you're trying to track at once. I honestly, like, I don't even want to be debuffing, because, like, every minute of my uptime needs to be attacking so I can keep up with this Ranger's TP gain. They're just building so fast. If you feel like you're gonna loop me big TP wise Revy, just go ahead and use a 3. I'll hold until you next wrap around. They're actually getting the TP at a rate that is so fast. Honestly shocking me. Like, even so, like when you do ranged attacks. Okay, so what you're saying is technically true. The outdoors is not my enemy. Do I visibly retract into my skin like a turtle the moment that I step outside? Sure. Do I do dark rituals that are sacrificial in nature at the strike of midnight to try to get every ounce of nighttime that I can on a day-to-day basis, basically manipulating the stars' paths for my own benefit? Yeah. I know it's not my enemy. Don't be ridiculous. It's not like I daily beg to gods, ancient and perverse, to have it be Twilight forever. That would be crazy. Like, listen to yourself. Gotta be fast. This Black Mage is also very good with the timing. It's the wrong spell for me. 131? God bless. It does actually work. I am the reason why nighttime is longer in the winter. It's because the cold is also my element, so it's like an elemental affinity thing. It's me, Dio.
I can do that. All right.
Jacked up and good to go.
Senpai!
Meow.
This, in the urban parlance, this song is bussin'. I do so enjoy all my additions. Oh, Xantos, I do have a bunch of emotes in chat. If you do :pro, you should see like 5. And then as Twitch deigns it upon me to have access to more emote slots based off of the amount of subscribers that I get over time. Like, they want me to get like 15 subscribers before they allow me to have 1 additional static emote slot. I think it's semicolon. Holding TP. This is definitely moving a lot faster, for sure. Ninja, in addition to Ninja being a great tank, even though it has issues with hate, post 37, it is universally a great cooler. It would also be a fantastic damage dealer if they just... Congratulations. If they just did something about like the shuriken materials. I mean, that would basically be like reprogramming the recipes, which I know is like an option available to them, but like, I don't know. I don't know how you make it easier. All right, spamming lightning, lightning spam. I might have clenched that. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, this paladin is good. Did I get both? Let's go, dude. 170 damage.
Emotional damage.
I'm sorry, Santos. Whatever you wanted to post in chat, apparently Nightbot did not like it. What? Like this? What? Which one were you trying to use? Oh, it doesn't want you to subscribe for that, yeah. So like, just do that, Lamau? I'm kidding, you don't have to do that. But so, on that note, Twitch does eventually allow you to, and by you, I mean apparently partners. It doesn't allow me to, no, it allows followers, fuck. It allows affiliates to allow followers to use emotes, but you basically have to hit like certain criteria that I don't even remember offhand. Like, it seems like very weird and counterintuitive, but like you basically have to hit like certain metrics to allow followers to use a set of emotes, and not even all of them.
Oh,
I think it's because exactly. They want you to like encourage people to subscribe, if you can imagine, because they also get a cut, to use emotes. Like, it's not like, I don't know. I know that Twitch is like kind of losing money, or was at least. But like, come on, man. 200 damage on that. That's pretty good. It is very silly. I think honestly that you should have the option of allowing followers to use whatever emotes that subscribers can. I mean, you can sort of, like, there's a way to use channel points to unlock emotes now that it's occurring to me. Which I wouldn't really mind. I don't really care about that. I just haven't looked into that. I could just set it to like 1 channel point or something, if it lets me do that. Did he? Oh my god, this guy is serious. He uses a high breath mantle? Jesus. That's some serious gear, man. You're right. After the stream, I'm actually gonna write that down now. Unlock option or I'll take another look at it. I should be able to set that up. That should be a non-issue. And I'll just set it to be like really cheap or something. This beetle refuses to die. I've heard this song like 1,000 times, so like please forgive me. Casting. Smashing lightning. Okay, I definitely got off both that time for apparently extremely subpar damage. The second one was very good. Good. I would like to hit it with my chakram, please. At your earliest convenience. I would also like to get skill ups. No skill ups for me. There we go. All right, in just a moment, I will take a glance at the poll to see what game we're going to be running with for our variety Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'm actually shocked that I was able to get TP back before the Ranger did, unless they used their WS in the meantime. There we go, starting to creep back up. I'm gonna start looking for more prey. Should be able to get the shadow off before it hits me. Yeah. Good game, easy. Oh, melee attack accuracy. That's right. Okay, so he went up to around 7,000 an hour, which is very good. It's definitely on the higher end of the scale. extraordinarily efficient parties can get up to like 10 or 12 if they're mythical. 7 pre-endgame is very good. Man, this black mage pulls hate like crazy. It's like super. I said great paladining in chat. I was on Eden, so I respect the swagger. The paladin, knowing that he could use shield bash in order to pull hate off, was very good. There's a not small number of paladins that just kind of use shield bash as like an extra physical attack. You honestly should be holding it as like a backup hate button for situations like that. I would like to disengage. Can I reach that beetle from here? I have a feeling like it's gonna pull something. Maybe not. Very good. I don't know why, but the TP balance is definitely favoring me right now. Like I'm accruing TP at roughly the same rate as the ranger, which is ideal. It just wasn't happening before, so I'm not sure if their food ran out or what. Okay, lightning's good. Should have gotten both magic bursts off. We did, and they did like 60 damage.
What? What the fuck?
That is booty. Okay, I guess. I need to consume more food. If you are watching and you have not previously watched or have continued to watch and have not followed yet, you can make a huge impact on me and the algorithm if you press the purple follow button or recommend it to as many people as you are willing to stomach. People like watching people watching things, so it genuinely helps me a huge amount. It also makes me smile and giggle and clap my hands. I mean, I know I literally have a robot face, but like on the inside, I mean. And throw. And throw. And throw. Casting, big deeps, big deeps. I'm glad the ninja spells have range on them, because I don't know if I'd be able to pull this off otherwise. 32, but I'm pretty sure that the second magic burst did a whole lot. Yeah, man. Sentinel. He's using all the abilities the way that I would. Very, very good paladin, for sure. It's hard to find a paladin that knows to not just blow through all their abilities just for funsies. It do be tempting. Dang, they already got their TV back. Ah, blast. Elden Ring ran very well when it first came out. I'm hoping, well, I guess that's subjective, right? It ran okay for some and not so okay for others, but overall it ran okay, like day one for me, at least personally. I'm hoping the same is the case for Armored Core. Is also pre-provoking the other beetles, which is very good. I have a lot of ranged accuracy bonus, so it kind of bugs me that I'm missing a lot with like freaking with my shit. Like just hit it. Like it should have like at least like 70-80%. There we go. Oh. There we go. Good. That seemed like it did a lot. 118 damage. 131 damage, we did over 260 damage, let's go!
Whoa! What are you doing, step bro?
You good, we got there. Ranger's also very good. Everyone's doing really good. You're doing good, I'm doing good. I'd do better if I like consume more apple cider, which I'm going to now. I'm gonna risk it. Even though there's like only 20% left mileage. There we go. Much better. What's that? Is that a... So you're talking about food right now, and it's just making me... They're talking about like a Treasures of Ottergon food. I miss my Blue Mage so much. I talk about it at least once per Final Fantasy stream. But like... I can't help it, man. I just started thinking about treasures, and then I lost the fact that I could have MB'd a second time. Probably done like way more damage. But I can't help it, man. Blue Mage overrides my brain. Any other Blue Mage enjoyers in chat? That's a silly question because I'm sure that you all are. Yes. No. Ban that person. Permanent ban, 20 minutes. Send them to hell. Nobody doesn't enjoy the same things that I enjoy on my watch. Smashing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it off. No. Maybe? I don't know. It did a lot of damage. Get off that cliff. You're being crazy. Just up there thinking a little bit. You know how Beatles is and all. It's getting over 150 TP per shot, dude. Fucking crazy.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
There's so much TP. Oh my god.
You what?
I mean, they have to make up for the TP somehow, right? I'm sure that they increase the amount of TP that ranged attacks give you to compensate for the fact that you're no longer in melee and getting TP off that. Holy crap. Holy crap. Nope, miss. Crit. Rest in pepperonis. Rest in pepperonis. They say all this range attack and I miss, but I don't know what they have equipped. Or do you one back here? Yeah, hovering around 7,000 experience. Very good. We're also reliably chaining. Also a big deal. 42 is probably the sweet spot for this camp for sure. The beetles seem to scale around like 49, 51. Ideally, you're going to want to party in areas that your average level range is about 7 levels below like whatever the average of the camp is. Like, I guess a different way of kind of calculating, doing the napkin math would be trying to level in areas where your level sync target is 8 levels, or maybe even 9 levels if you're feeling really spicy and confident. 9 levels below the maximum level of the enemy's range. Should be able to get both on this one. Be very surprised otherwise. So like the Jujutsu G that I'm wearing right now, it was horrifically expensive, at least for me and probably for most people. But god damn, does it look nice, dude. It's like the first, like, yeah, like Cinnabaki and stuff like that do look fine, or like even good, but like It's not until you get like the G's and stuff that you start feeling like you're looking like a ninja. Where is it going? Where is it going? It just wanted to take the door. That's fine if it wants to. I mean, it just wanted to see the sights until it died, I guess. Sure, I don't blame it. If anyone in chat has any recommendation for improving the stream in any way, I am very receptive to constructive criticism. So feel free to like blurt it out. I think I've done like all the reasonable audio balancing that I can. Like given my current equipment limitations. But I'm pretty happy where things are at. Now I just need to keep doing what I'm doing, which is keeping a regular schedule of streaming, being engaging to the extent that I can, and just, you know, talking about Fortnite and making PewDiePie noises like any good streamer. Hiya papaya. I do need this ranger to. There we go. That's fine. Everyone's so bloodthirsty in that we're doing really. Now we're killing pretty fast. I don't blame them at all. Yeah, so it's more of like a me going for like the ironic clickbaitiness of it, which unironically becomes like kind of clickbaity just by its own merits. But like whenever you put world's first anything in the title, there is like an increased 20-30% chance that someone will click on it just to see world's first of whatever. World's first picking up a cherry with your butt cheeks and dropping it off the railing of the Eiffel Tower. Stuff like that. I do have like 140 character limit, so like I try to squeeze as much mileage out of that as humanly possible. I have actually drank like my body weight in cider, so I am gonna take a minute for myself. Let's see, be right back. 1 minute. I'm going to preemptively run ads so that they don't interrupt this incredible viewing experience that you're having. And I will be back in just a moment. Bear with me. Stand up, walk around, brush your teeth, go pay attention to your dog, whatever it is that you would do with this time. I'll see you in a minute. And just like that, we return. It's been so long. How long's it been, man? 1 minute? 2 minutes? Was somebody keeping track? I'm gonna change it back to my video game lo-fi. I've been liking a lot of these new songs that have been coming out of it. I like this one. We're sticking with this one. You can complain all you guys want. You don't pay my sub. I mean, some of you do. Actually, no, that's true. Some of you do. The people that haven't put sub don't pay my sub. I fucked it. It could have been so funny. It's fine. I don't need your approval.
More gold is required.
Hey, hey!
War. War never changes.
How many regional points do I have? Conquest points? I don't like how you call them regional points. I'm looking. 19,000. That's pretty good. I'm getting a lot for this area. I was sitting at 16,000 before the party started. I am going to be saving a lot of my conquest points for Iron Musketeer gear, because once I presumably ditch Ninja forever at 60 after doing Limit Break 2, I'm going to swap to Paladin, because Paladin is my bread and butter. It's the job that I like perhaps the most, although I haven't really given the others a chance, but I am good at Paladin and I do like it, which is saying something. So I'll probably ride Paladin 275 and then decide what I'm going to do from there. Rest in pepperonis. But, I mean, there's other jobs that I think that I would be interested in. Like, I could give Dark Knight another shot, because, you know, last time that I gave it, it's, you know, I mean, wasn't really a proper shot, but I did give it one. Was like over a decade and a half ago, and given how much of a knowledge difference that I have compared to that time, I could definitely get way more mileage out of it. If only because, you know, it lets you hit things with like a big stick with the thing at the end, or like a greatsword. I guess I'm describing like literally any weapon ever, except maybe whips. Let me see where everyone else is, because we can kill stuff in the meantime while waiting for the ranger to come back from getting arrows. There's definitely going to be some upgrades in order, because a lot of my equipment, even though it has circumstantially good statistics on it, is getting long in the tooth, as they say. Like I'm wearing level 25 hands, pants, feet. They have like attack accuracy bonuses on them, evasion bonuses, but it would just be, if I could get something that's a little bit more contemporary, it would be good. I'm literally never taking off my headpiece, the Emperor hairpin. Like evasion 10 for the time that I'm going to be tanking is good. It also gives me some like amount of accuracy with the dexterity increase on it. Probably not enough to warrant me taking up a slot for it in a situation like this where I'm functioning more or less like a DD light. Kami, you here? Need to see if Kami's here. If Kami is here, we can pull. But he might not be. But that's okay. I do want to make sure that he's back before we pull. Up here, so while we're waiting for our white mage to return, let's see what the results of the poll were. Poll management, the results. Oh man, looks like Octopath Traveler 2 won. If only some other people voted, they could have had an influence on the result. I'm not gonna run it again. I'm gonna respect the result. So oh, it doesn't show me who voted for what. That's okay. I don't need to know that. I need to respect the will of the people. The people person. Alright. Octopath Traveler 2, it is for Variety Days. Let's go.
That's fucking teamwork.
Yar. You mean arrows bought out? I am looking forward to Octopath Traveler 2. It's a very good, I mean, obviously I put it on there, so like I have some interest in playing it. Visually, I also really enjoy the 2.5D that they're going for. I think that, incidentally, any excuse that Square Enix picks up on to do the sorts of things that I think that people wish they would do more, like turn-based RPGs, classic or otherwise, I think it's great. So I bought it as like a day one purchase for me because I had faith that it was going to be good. Yep, they are. If everyone else is here, we should be fine. Thugs may have to sudo, may have to RP as a it'll be fine. We have 5 members here. We're going to be able to kill beetles. I'm not worried. I did play the very first Octopath Traveler, and I enjoyed it. I appreciated that it was kind of like a return to form. Because like there's a reason that they call them the classics. And Octopath Traveler 2 being the same sort of mouthfeel as Hangover enjoyers just wanting to have more Hangover, and so watching Hangover 2 because of that. It's just more Hangover 2. My timing is off by like a literal second. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the second magic burst off. I don't think so. I don't think that one went off. That's okay. It did go off. It just did shit damage. It just did bad. You love it. You love to see it. Playing white mage is easy when nobody's taking damage. Big true. Congratulations, time 2.
No.
We are moving. Flexibly blinding. Resisted. Go me. I feel like I should be getting, like, if I really wanted to, I could see what my actual range accuracy is, because I have like the add-on or whatever that allows me to see that. But like actual DPS tracking, especially on like a live stream, may be considered bad form, so I'm avoiding it, even if it's for my own knowledge and for no other reason. I do want to freaking hit this thing though. If I could just hit the thing. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Criminy Christmas. A lot of damage to be being dished out. I'm gonna find another target though. By the time I get there. Food will be served. I don't have any particular time in mind for when I'm going to end the party. It's like we're basically like once experience starts slowing down is when I naturally start winding things down. But we are not there yet. Probably within the next hour for sure, because I do have to work in the morning. One day I won't have to worry about it, because the outpouring of support is going to be so extreme for my streams that I can do this full time. But for now, I have to work a traditional job. Life is pain. Ooh, that was a good one. God bless! A 260 damage! Amazing. My chat filters are not set, so I'm not doing like a direct comparison of how much damage I'm doing in relation to others. I'm definitely not out DPSing the Black Mage and the Ranger, but I'm definitely doing more damage than I probably have any right to right now. Goodbye, Santos. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, it's just a time thing. It's a time thing, being clickbaity, cracking into some game that is probably like a new release that people are excited about, and then it just kind of carries itself from there. I'm gonna slam back one more thing of rice dumpling. skid, skid, skid. 69 damage burst. Let's go. Very nice. Lost. I'll give them a minute. More minute. I don't know where the white mage is. Went outside and got lost. I mean, that's why I don't go outside. Don't go outside, you don't get lost. You know? You know? I'm gonna farm up some. All temp removed if he's not back after next mob. Probably got stuck or something somewhere. There it is. Okay, I'm going to preemptively disengage because that's going to do so much damage. Wow, that was clutch. Use up a shadow as soon as it came for me. Amazing. Do some more throwing up. By throwing, I mean missing. There we go, that's better. Yep. I'll beat him. Hopefully he sentinels. He knows the sentinel. Need to drag the other beetle away from the other one. Because linking would be very annoying. Good. We just balance shadows. And then I'm gonna provoke again. I think he just covered there. Okay, so he is trying to cover. So definitely good that he's trying to use it. Not bad, not bad. It's good, it's good, it's good. The song's gonna make me cry. I have to change it. I'm starting to go back in time. It's sending me back. Sending me back. Sure, this one's fine. I don't know what it is, but it sounds fine. I won't have enough time to give the healer new healer, sadly. I've got about 3 minutes left in me, and I prefer to give reps an hour. We can break in 30 minutes, I think, if that's cool. Tommy is in playlist. Let's just mark it like that. Holding for dogs and so, not sure where the white mage went. I know him. I know that he wouldn't just like eat himself for no reason. I did remove him to kind of like grant more experience back to the party. If you're away for more than like 5, borderline 10 minutes, it is probably okay to remove the person until they've sorted themselves out. I'm gonna wait for the black mage, since they're basically like the de facto white mage, to get back up there. In terms of MP, I mean. But you knew that. You always knew that, didn't you? Because you and I are the same. You might not like it. Nope. Big miss. Rest in pepperonis. Yeah, we made some pretty serious progress today, dude. We're probably going to be finishing out the party. I don't know if I actually explained what was going on. We're going to be finishing out the party in about 20-30 minutes, I think. And then we'll go back, and if people are so interested, I will take a glance at the auction house to see what kind of upgrades, and I'll just explain what my reasoning is for going over one upgrade over the other, and then we'll probably call it there. I do be working mans, sadly. I'm trying to get my throwing skill up there, though. Good. 2 more levels and I'll be on par with my katana. Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna land? Gonna land? Yeah, there we go. Big deeps. I have been enjoying Ninja. I do shit on the fact that it's like prohibitively expensive to try hard, but it's been good to me so far. The gameplay is interesting. It actually reminds me in a weird roundabout way of Blue Mage a little bit. That's probably why I'm not like actively hating the fact that I'm basically like bleeding Gil like crazy. Like definitely the Fujitsu G is the most expensive piece of kit that I've allowed myself to get. Is for accuracy basically 2% extra hit chance worth 350,000? I would say no. If you have the income for that, which obviously I coughed up. It definitely is nice, but like 50% of the reason why I got it is the drip, man. Like, can you blame me? Like, look at it. You got the drip. And then we lightning. The double MB. Love it. Everyone's doing real good in the party. I'm sure that the white mage has some kind of like mini emergency. I know that you wouldn't just zip out like that. Final Fantasy 11 waits for no one. Disengage, find new target. Target acquired. Just seeing new shit on target. I like this rendition of Dearly Beloved a lot. This song definitely captured the hearts and minds of many a Kingdom Hearts enjoyer. I wish that I liked the Kingdom Hearts series more than I actually do. I don't think that I'm giving it its proper credit. I probably feel the way that I do because it had like 8,000 sequels and prequels and pre-sequels on about 1,000 different pieces of hardware. So that part's not my favorite. I sort of get why they went that route, but man, if you didn't own like every console in the world, like how are you supposed to know what is going on? I guess like wikis, but if you wanted to follow each entry to kind of piece the story together on your own, you had to have like every piece of gear in existence. Like, what is that? Why would you do that? Like, just pick one. Like, I could handle like maybe like two console cycles or whatever. Like PlayStation into PlayStation 2 into PlayStation 3. But like, what were all of the different systems that Kingdom Hearts is on? PlayStation 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, and then it was like the DS. Wasn't there something for Advance, like to Game Boy Advance? I'm pretty sure there was. It's like the Game Boy Advance, like DS, and then like the 3DS, and then phones, like 3 or 4 different phone games, and the PSP, and the PSP2. I think there was a PSP2, right? I never owned one, so I don't know. That one for your freaking toaster. Like, why? Like, the series story was already hard enough to follow, man. Why would you make people have to do, like, fucking gymnastics to access this? It didn't have to be like this. .jpg. You know?
Why?
It didn't have to be like this. Why are you like this? Kingdom Hearts 1 was good. Kingdom Hearts 2 I didn't beat it, but I did enjoy it for the time that I played it. I think audiences around the world are divided perhaps a little bit about Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it's great that they included a collection for everyone to play Kingdom Hearts, like stem to stern. I do not enjoy the fact that they did not adapt that to the Nintendo Switch version and you have to buy a cloud version. It's probably like it's either saying like the quiet part that like the Switch can't handle, like PS2 era games. Like, it has to be able to do that, right? Like, if it can run Super Mario Odyssey pretty darn well, it should be able to handle Kingdom Hearts 2, right? Brain melt. My bad. Should be able to get throwing skill up to 132. That would probably be a win. I do have the combat caster, not the combat caster, the Junior Musketeers Chakram +1 this whole time. But since the party's been moving so consistently, I've been avoiding equipping it just because it's gonna erase all the TP. This is so bad. It's just basically like a extremely minor damage and delay difference. The biggest part about it is having access to +2 strength.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Ah, level 18.
I would enjoy having my CP back though, at your earliest convenience. There we go. Big deeps, big deeps, big deeps. 32, that is not big deeps, that's bad deeps. 100 damage, okay. Are they using a gun now? I mean, it's good that they know enough about what kind of like SC that we're going for to swap it to something that also works. That's pretty impressive that they know that. most people very mistakenly try to avoid or even just don't bother with SEs, and they really should. They really should try to take advantage of skill chains, especially on Horizon where they're arguably buffed. Like it matters. It can matter a lot, especially in situations like this where you purposely plan ahead and you try to make sure that a black mage is involved, and you have someone with a traditionally high damage weapon skill finishing it off. You can basically delete 30, no, not even, like 40+% of a monster's health just by like every other fight. Or something like this one, every fight is basically an SE going off that's deleting 40% of health. That's a huge time savings. I'm wondering if the ranged, or like the ranged attack accuracy increase applies to just archery and marksmanship. Like it wouldn't, right? It should apply universally to... There we go. It should apply universally to anything that's thrown, right? That was a good magic burst. That was good, dude. Almost 280 damage. That's insane.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow!
Bagad. Oh yeah. Got about 15 minutes left in me. I am starting to feel myself very slightly wear down. So the rate of insufferable bullshit that's coming out of my mouth and trying to pay attention to the overall ninja thing that I'm doing and pulling. Like to a casual observer, it may not look like there's a lot to... We can wait until the ban wears, no problem. How long ago did you use it? This person used a band. It should wear off soon, I would believe. No, there's no pulling off that. Gotcha. So since I'm good, I'm aiming to level this ninja to 50 to start the limit break stuff anyway. We can stay a little bit longer, I think. Because I'm gonna be doing this anyway, right? And you guys are fucking, you won't shut up and chat about how much you love the content, so I'm just gonna keep going. Seems that way. Man, this is a pretty durable beetle, man. It's trying to stay alive. I do badly want to hit it. If I could just hit it, I really appreciate it. Oh, I'm at max throwing anyway. I don't need to be hitting it anymore. I'm just trying to keep my skill ups consistent. Oh my god. God damn, all these crits. I hesitated by like 0.5 seconds. I hope that doesn't matter. It shouldn't. No, I got both of them off. I'm gonna use this opportunity to swap to my junior musketeer chakram and update my shit. So, as you can see, I kind of go hard with like 800 billion equipment sets. The reason why I do that is because I have learned a sheet of cast in the past to swap gear in and out depending on what I'm doing, but I honestly prefer to use the game systems more so out of habit than anything, but also because I try to reserve any interaction I have for a sheet of cast to things that are based off of conditionals that are very stupid to deal with manually. A good example would be the Parade Gorget for Paladins, where it's like between 75% or 76% and 100% of health, you get a refresh effect. You're telling me I'm gonna try to manually... I'm either gonna keep it on and basically lose half the effect for like 60-70% of the party's uptime, or I could just have the sheet of cast handle it and basically let it equip it for me depending on where my health is, or using something like whatever that ring is called. I don't remember what it is. Some kind of high level ring that, based off of you having like between 50 and 75%, I think it's a Hercules ring, I think is what it's called. Like between something and 75% of health, you get enmity increase and like regen or some shit. They give you some really strong effect too on top of that. But I'm not gonna bounce that shit. Like why they included that, given most people's like system and equipment limitations back then, I don't know, dude. I guess they just expected people to manually do that shit, or just keep the equipment on and just like lose out on other perks. Like there is an argument to be made about improving game or system knowledge, such as like the Monsoon Kyahan, where it gives you like a huge evasion boost if it happens to be rainy weather. I could see you knowing to like bothering to equip that during rainy weather and feeling good about the fact that you're aware of that interaction, but stuff like the percentage based stuff is just a massive pain to keep on, where it's like circumstantially great for the time that you have it on and like it's actually applying, but just otherwise is kind of like a waste of a slot when it's not applying anything. I am gonna have to reteach myself how to use a sheet of cast once I get to 47 and Monsoon Kyahan becomes a thing. Particularly in situations where I'm gonna be tanking, because that's no joke, dude. That's 4% evasion. Like 4% matters a lot, especially when you're stacking all over the place. All good. I didn't see anything. The white mage is back after about 30 minutes of not being here. Which I'm sure that he had some type of like personal emergency or something. It's fine. It happens. Final Fantasy XI is not a life replacement. Like they advertise as such, like back in the day, saying like don't forget about your friends or family and playing this game, and then you were like, lol, pass. Just get me to the game already. I am interested in knowing why. Because he was gone for like a good 30 minutes. So it's kind of a long time. Already did. He's got the invite. Did you die? I have replaced Kami with an AI. I have that power, you know. I like this song a lot. Carlton Gangs, thank you so much for following. And the dopamine shot that followed immediately thereafter. I appreciate you. I like the song a lot. It goes probably way harder than it should for video game lo-fi. I might have to switch it over to my BPM playlist, even though it's not really like a beats per minute type song. It just feels like a weird in-between niche. Hope you've had a good time watching, Carlton. If you have any questions anytime about anything, just let me know. Like why I do the things that I do, how to overcome extreme personal loss in as graceful a way as you can. You know, normal stuff like that. I don't know if Kami explained why he was away for so long. And stuck in the cookie jar. I know that feel. Before I forget, did I already write it down? Give option to unlock sub emotes. I followed as a fellow Stoic and ancient MMO private server enjoyer myself. I must support you. That genuinely means a lot in a few different ways. I really do appreciate it. There's something about these ancient MMOs, man. They just hit different. Like the closest approximation to... Congratulations. The closest approximation to this Final Fantasy private server, which I would say is probably the best experience I've had out of the different private servers that I've hopped onto. The same mouthfeel is perhaps closest matched by like Warhammer Online, the private server that's there for that, although you have to really love PvP to get into that game, whereas this is like the almost a full diametric opposite. Like this is all in on the PvE. Like there's a very niche PvP segment to it that I'm not sure if it's like been adapted into the game, called Ballista. That's only if you want to get weird, for sure. But otherwise, what else is out there that is like an MMO that's not afraid to, pardon my French, like push your shit in? And then like as it's doing so, it's like, you like that, you slut? You know, never breaking eye contact the whole time. I guess it would be like World of Warcraft Classic. My family was huge into Return to Reckoning when it came out, but they were very big PvP people. I'm all about mutual suffering along with a group of other people in an unforgiving universe. So basically Final Fantasy 11 and like every From Software game. I don't know if can we explain why. Interesting. Yeah, this party's been great. We're basically waiting on one of the, I think it's the Black Mage that used their experience boosting ring recently. So we're waiting to see when that charge of theirs runs out, and then we're breaking after that. Overall, very good spot, almost endless numbers of monsters to kind of pull back to camp. I definitely will be using this spot in the future. There's not really like anything threatening that gets close. Like the only real danger is Lynx, but as long as you have like people that are generally paying attention and are pretty competent, like Lynx are a non-issue. And these guys have been great the whole time. I actually found this camp off of like an ancient website. Like there's a lot of ancient websites that are still extremely applicable. Like Horizon is an Era Plus server, but they keep a lot of components intact. So like a lot of the information that you would find from scouring the internet and like the 2007s, like 2006s of the world, like those websites are still valid. I'm very happy for, and they're very much needed. Like getting any kind of information out of the game itself as to like how you're supposed to play it is very hard. It's very hard. It does not want to give you any information at all. Like it lives and breathes off of its wikis. Which imagine how much of a carnival it must have been for the people that got into this game originally to have experienced the start of every quest line being, I have an issue and I think that my issue can be solved by getting me a thing. And I'm not using the word thing as like a descriptor for some specific item or a placeholder. I mean, they'll literally be like, if only I had something like gooey. Like they'll just give you an adjective. And then based off of that, you have completed the first step of some quest chain that you don't know what the reward is going to be for. And that's your only lead. Go and find a gooey thing for this person. You don't know that the gooey thing that they're talking about is this item that has like a 10 to 15% drop rate that's on the other side of the world, that's like a 30-40 level difference from you, that requires it to be like almost midnight but not quite midnight on a certain day of the week. You need a wiki. You need a wiki to play this game. If you like, trying to navigate this game blind is its own like hardcore Iron Man type challenge. I don't know how the original people did it. Like even something as critical as like getting your sub job relies on you knowing to talk to a specific NPC in a beach/border town once you hit level 18. This is my first time playing 11 since NA release when I was a kid, and the wikis friends I made so far since starting are the only way of Thrive so far for sure. And perhaps they made it so painfully obtuse for a reason. I could definitely see that. I mean, this is like the first, not literally the first, but the effective first major Japanese MMO, as far as I'm aware. So they were like freeballing it, man. That what they had to go on was this design framework of we want people to have to work together to accomplish things, and they definitely succeeded. Like when your knowledge base back in ye olden times was like the person next to you, you had to communicate to survive. Like word of mouth was not quite law, but it was effectively like your closest thing to today's wikis. That and like game facts, I guess. All praise, all hail game facts. There's all sorts of like archaic forbidden knowledge that like the game likes hiding things from you. It's that you feel compelled to seek it out and incidentally, you know, group up with other players, and the social element is why this server has 3,500 at peak times stable population. Like in the very beginning, it was hovering around like 4,000, 5,000, right? And that was too much. that was too much, and it way outstripped like the earlier areas, and I'm sure that contributed to a lot of bleed off, but like the bleed off of the population was really slow. As it over time, this game, along with others like it from that similar era of games that are designed to be unforgiving and social, you can't really find this experience anywhere else. I'm not glad at all that the retail Final Fantasy XI has been put into maintenance mode for its own developers. I think that they like that game, like people, you could still sub to it. It's not literally dead, but saying we're gonna put a skeleton crew on this and just, you know, like keep up the servers, it's typically like a death knell for most games. I think people are gonna play retail for a very, very long time, but I will say that it being put into maintenance mode increases the chances that this server and others like it won't experience a cease and desist letter or like a takedown request anytime soon. I don't believe that that's a risk anymore, or as high, I suppose, because, you know, Square Enix could pull Nintendo and basically be like, I don't like the cut of your jib, and then that's it. You know, they could do that. I mean, they're within their very corporate-y rights to do that. Like, yeah, I agree with your comment, Carlton. I did play Final Fantasy XIV a lot. Nowhere near as much uptime as I've had in Final Fantasy XI proper. But I did play it a long time. But not sure, basing it off your ring, I think. Or whomever's. People are asking how much longer does everyone have? Gotcha. Last boss is next. Final Fantasy XIV was very fun. It's a theme park MMO, whereas this is more of like a sandbox. Or like a sandbox being like you set your own goals instead of kind of being propelled more or less by the story towards certain activities. Theme park MMOs definitely have their form and function, for the people that enjoy being not literally on rails but pseudo on rails from the story and like equipment increases and stuff like that, Final Fantasy 14 is great. Coincidentally, nice. I 3 levels in a party is real good. Got 42 to 45. That's really, really good. Last boss. I'm definitely gonna 2-hour on this one. I did not like to give the most apt comparison to why like the general spirit of Final Fantasy XI over Final Fantasy 14 is the fact that whenever you accomplish anything in this game, it is earned, like hard earned, well thought for, and worthy of people holding Control P to talk in like party or link shell chat, and then auto translating the word congratulations. Like everything is an event. In Final Fantasy 14, you don't see anyone like saying like awesome, good job, man, what a milestone for most things, unless it's for like end game ish equipment or like literally achieving max level or something. And that when I first started to learn that, because like I used to do the Final Fantasy 11 thing of congratulating everyone on getting like the next level and stuff like that. They wouldn't respond to me, but I would like sort of get it. Link is fine. Last boss. But like I eventually stopped, you know, saying congratulations to people after they, you know, after I saw that they hit some kind of, you know, next level or achieve something. I didn't like that I stopped doing that. I kept it up for a while, but just nobody was doing it. And then, you know, the dungeon finder, while arguably extremely convenient, means that you don't have to communicate at all. As if you know the dungeon, you just do the dungeon. You don't have to interface with anyone to make sure that the party composition is relatively balanced. Like you just press the button, do the thing, and then you just do that kind of like ad nauseum. Everything is really pretty, don't get me wrong. But yeah. It also helps that the stuff in Final Fantasy 11 is minor upgrades to side grades, all the way up to 75, and there's some equipment that stays valid or even preferred all the way up to the maximum level. You can't say that in Final Fantasy 14. Like, I'll shut up about Final Fantasy 14 in a minute, but it was difficult for me to parse the feeling of me basically kicking my own ass to get like what was very good endgame gear at the time, and then missing about half of an expansion, and like, you know, you basically have the gear of the chosen one plus 45, and then the release comes out, and then the release has some kind of gear set that's like leather butt chaps plus 1 that's still somehow more effective than your gear of the chosen 145, you know? Like, I get it, you gotta keep people on the treadmill, but it just bizarre, man. Like some stuff like Emperor's Hairpin, Leaping Lizzie boots and stuff like that are so chronically sought out for.
Woo! KO! First blood. Monster kill.
You're ugly. You are disgusting.
500 damage, baby.
Give me $200.
Great job, all. Plot on whatever you'd like. Which is apparently just earth crystals, which is effectively garbage. I'm head out. Hugely great. Yeah, that camp is very good. I will definitely be going back there. The experience is very consistent. Beetles are tough, but not so tough that they're overbearing. Certainly not anywhere near as tough as the goblin camp that we were doing last time. Almost lost my grip on time and space. I am going to warp cudgel out. I'm going to level desync. I'll sync off, and then I'm going to take a courtesy glance to see if there's anything else I missed that I want. So we're only 5 levels away. Did I really use like 70 of these tools, man? Holy shit. That can't be right. That's a lot of... I mean, that's a lightning tool, right? So I guess I did. I was using the lightning one like about 1 billion times. The theme park MMO experience turned into an almost entirely single player experience that you just happen to play through with other people after the classic WoW era. Exactly. Like whatever his first name was, something Brack, you know, before the whole Blizzard, you know, carousel of issues that it was experiencing and is still experiencing and probably will continue to experience. James Alan Brack, something like that, when he was up on the stage, and like someone asked him earnestly, like, are you ever gonna come out with a classic experience? And then, you know, the moment that'll live in infamy after that, forever after, where he was like, you think you want that, but you don't. Like, now you just have to press a button, like, but before you actually had to talk to people. Like, yeah, MF. That was great. I think that's a huge missed opportunity for Square Enix to not have followed that thread that they had with Nexon. I didn't want it to be Nexon, but that's just what it was at the time, where they were hashing out a possible Final Fantasy XI remaster. I didn't like that they were leaning towards mobile phones, and apparently, bizarrely enough, Square Enix didn't like it either, because they avoided committing to Nexon's vision of like what I guess was like a microtransaction to hell Final Fantasy XI for that happened to be on mobile or was geared towards mobile or something mobile related. I'm glad that that never panned out for many reasons, but I didn't like that the idea itself seemed to have been completely given up on. Like a classic version of Final Fantasy XI supported by the official development team, I think would be amazing, and I think that it would do very well. And apparently the 3,000 to 3,500 plus that play this, you know, daily, this being Horizon 11, is proof of that. Something like classic World of Warcraft. But I'm also inclined to trust the Square Enix of today less and less rapidly. So perhaps it's, if anything, it would be handled by a different company. However, the fact that they are not willing to give up the Xenogears IP to someone that actually cares, like perhaps its original core developer team, Monolith Soft, I don't know the chances of an actual official release for Final Fantasy XI Classic happening. But these devs get it. The ones that moderate, administrate, develop this private server, they definitely get it. I've had an extremely good impression of them. I think they're going to continue to do a great job, and I look forward to inhaling every iota of the Treasures of Ottergon expansion and Blue Mage when that comes out. My guess is probably like 6 to 8 months. That's what I'm reckoning, because that's not a small feat, man, especially if they're going to try to actually reverse engineer Besiege and get that working. God, I hope they do. I'm a big Besiege enjoyer. I know that puts me in a weird camp, but I can't help it, man. Also, bring back Pancaration. I want my discount Pokemon. But we did it. 42 to 45 in the 40s is a very big deal. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate the follows and your being here. I'm going to take a cursory glance to see who I can raid, so that I can hopefully give someone secondhand serotonin. Let's look at the Horizon 11 streamer collection. Brain struggling, missing it. Horizon streamers, there we go. Let's take a gander. Glancing. Big glancers. Glancers in chat. Let's see if there's somebody that's really low. That's too high octane, man. God. Alright, looks like Icy Caldarius is streaming. He seems like a cool guy. We will send some people his way. Alright. I'm going to try not to butcher his name while I send you off. Next stream is going to be Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard in the year of our Lord 2023. Due to the result of the poll today, we're going to be playing Octopath Traveler. I'm legitimately looking forward to that because I've allowed myself no knowledge of it whatsoever beyond just like a very cursory spoiler for your review. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but you always have to do your due diligence, right? But I'm going to send you guys over to Icy Caldarius. Make sure to say hi in chat. It feels very nice to have people's talking. And also stops the streamer from falling asleep. Yes. You should get a prompt soon. I will see you guys later. You have yourselves the best one. Bye-bye, bye-bye.